What is going on, guys? This is the Club of Demand 1993 up here again for another baseball video as we talk about another recent big retirement announced in Major League Baseball. And that is Nationals third baseman and, of course, first baseman for a good portion of his career as well. Ryan Zimmerman, last week on February 15th, 2022, officially announced his retirement from Major League Baseball after a very good, but of course, injury-hampered somewhat 16-year career in the majors, all with the Washington Nationals. Mr. National, as he was referred to. I gotta definitely say, Ryan Zimmerman was definitely a very underrated player in Major League Baseball. Like I said, the biggest problem was he was just hampered by injuries. But he was, I believe, the first draft pick since the Washington Nationals moved from the Montreal Expos. Between 2004 and 2005 offseason. He was drafted in 2004 and made his Major League debut by the end of 2005. And so much so, he became the Nationals' starting third baseman in 2006. And he had a very good rookie season. He broke 20 home runs. And he also had 110 RBIs. Very strong numbers, of course, for a rookie. And a very good fielder, too, from the hot corner as well. I believe he may have won a Gold Glove or two and a Silver Slugger or two. And he also, at times over the years, did get some MVP votes. Of course, early in his career, he definitely was, blocked off, getting MVP votes by the likes of, Albert Pujols, Ryan Braun, it was him, Joey Votto, several people, of course, who just kept outdoing him just a little bit early on in his career. He, of course, was part of leading the Nationals to several postseason appearances throughout his career, despite the fact the only time they did get to the World Series and past the Division Series was when Zimmerman was hurt somewhat. I do remember a memory of Ryan Zimmerman as he was, he hit a walk-off home run in Nationals Park debut against the Atlanta Braves. I'm trying to remember which year that was. I think 2008, I think it was, he did so. That's definitely one memory I have of him as well. But again, the guy was just a National his entire career. Again, when he was healthy, he played some solid seasons. He had, several seasons with 20, 25 homers, 2 in the 30s. I know his career high was 36, I would say, in 2017, I think it was. He got 36. He hit for a good average, of course, as well, when healthy. I think he ended up being a career 277 hitter, 284 home runs. He had 1,800 hits. Again, if he was healthy, imagine how much more higher those numbers would have been if he would have been healthy. Of course, with the players on the rise like Anthony Rendon when he was with the Nationals and, a few others, eventually when he got in his 30s, caused Zimmerman to shift the first base for most of the last portion of his career. Again, he was, on the team, of course, still when the Nationals won the World Series in 2019. He did opt out of the 2020 season because of the pandemic, and he did return and played 110 games and had a, subpar, 110 game final season. But of course, he was a free agent. Mike Rizzo, the Nationals GM, always said there was always a place for Ryan Zimmerman with the Nationals, which I do agree. He was indeed Mr. National with them from the beginning. He was their franchise star. Not Juan. Well, now it's Juan Soto, of course, but it was not Bryce Harper, unfortunately. But Ryan Zimmerman was indeed Mr. National, of course. And definitely his presence in the clubhouse is going to be missed, but, he felt it was time to move on. I think he's 37 years old now, so he's got a family. He's ready to spend time with them. Obviously, I think it's just, time for the Nationals to move on from Ryan Zimmerman. Also, they've had to move on from Bryce Harper, but, they got, Juan Soto. They still got some pitching. Yes, they've had a couple. They haven't been the same since they won the World Series in 2019, but, you'll get back there, of course, someday. But I definitely think Ryan Zimmerman had despite his injuries, had a very underrated career. If he definitely had a few more healthier seasons underneath his belt, I could see him maybe having a little bit more of a chance for the Hall of Fame, especially with him being, like a one-team player that really stands out, of course, as well, and the impact they have just, and again, I still feel like sometimes, if you have like a long, successful career with one team, like Ryan Zimmerman, or Edgar Martinez did with the Mariners, Mike Schmidt, a few others who were just basically one team players through their whole career. I feel like that does kind of give you some more, it shows dedication, especially, you have towards a team's growth and, the community and whatnot. I feel like that definitely gives you a little more of a rub when it comes to the Hall of Fame. Do I think Ryan Zimmerman's going to get a Hall of Fame? No, I don't think he is. But I feel like he could maybe last a few years on the ballot. His chances could have been a little bit better had he stayed healthy. I feel, though, his jersey, though, is definitely going to get retired by the Nationals. Nationals have their own private, legendary Hall of Fame. I think he'd get in there. But as far as the National Baseball Hall of Fame, I don't think so. But I'm not going to knock him. He was definitely a great player. Very underrated for sure. And again, had he not had a few injury seasons, I think he could have stood out a little bit more than he did. But, congratulations to Ryan Zimmerman on a successful 16-year career. Entire year career with the Nationals, of course. What were your thoughts on Ryan Zimmerman's career and him announcing his retirement? What memories do you have of Ryan Zimmerman in his career? Again, one of my I mentioned before was when he hit the walk-off homer in the Nationals' first game at Nationals Park back in 2008 against the Atlanta Braves. Any others you got to think of, guys? Leave your thoughts down in the comment section below. And be sure as always to slap a like on the video and subscribe for more content on my channel. And follow me on Twitter as well at DemandAirBoy93. Till then, guys, and check it out. I'll catch y'all later. Have a great rest of your night. Peace out, everybody.